Everybody talking like they dang bulletproof. Talking about you got guns in your ammo, boy, you don't shoot. Everybody talking about they a killer, well, who are you? Boy, I'm on the computer, and if you a shooter, come and see me. I'm running on the microphone, I'm live just on your TV. Everybody look at the show, I think they want to be me, cause I'm real cool, I'm fly as ever. Boy, I'm high in any weather. Everybody talking bread, but boy, you ain't just talking cheddar. I'm a microphone killer, boy, I'm a realer gorilla. Boy, I'm the microphone, boy, put it in your hitters. That if they come see me, boy, you gonna need 3D, and I'm gonna I see you. See, you don't I see me. Boy, it's a freestyle, and I guarantee I kick them threes. Anybody talking Steph Curry will come see me. I just do this. I'm hyped just like you knew this. And if you're talking olive oil, Popeye, I'm that Brutus. See, I'm the baddest dude up in the podcast, up the world. And yeah, boy, I'm so fly. If I ain't have a girl, I have your girl. See, I'm just chilling, boy, up in the building, and I'm on the microphone, boy, you don't even want to drill them. See, I rep for my aces. We tight just like them laces. The podcast versus, boy, I'm going microphone like cases. Boy, I'm on like some OJ or like some Big Cosby. And boy, if you get me Issey Miyake, I got karate. What's up, man? Hey, Tiger Talk with Shaq, man. You know I got to run these verses, man. This is what I do, man. Freestyle fanatic all day, man. Top of the dome. I promise you there's no takes, no reruns. Boy, I just run one time, bro. One take like Jay-Z. Come see me. Hey, and shout out to Anchor, man. Spotify podcast. A Google podcast and Apple podcast. You already know what it is. Hey, if you trying to find me on the meta, man, you already know, man, it's Coach Shak Bryant. Yo, we on IG, man, and Twitter, man. You already know, man. Y'all my hitters, man. This is what I want to do because I'm that dude. Hey, we're going to get right into it, man. Hey, I'm so excited, man. This is our second show today. And you know why I'm excited? Because, well, you see that shirt and you see that hat, that means that that's the second time today. I don't wear the same clothes, you know what I'm saying, back to back. That ain't how I do it. I wash up, I get up, I hype up, I spit up. Yo, hey, it's classic, bro. Hey, but hey, look, check it out. Okay, that was a little loud. We got to adjust these volume levels real quick, man. Y'all like, dang, Shaq, what's Shaq doing over there? Well, I'm just being Shaq. You already know, man, 24 hours of the day, 7 days a week, man, 52 weeks, man, you already know, man. Let's go, man. Hey, we got a live one for y'all, man, and we're going to jump right into it, man. This is, like I said, this is the second one of the day, man, and I'm hyped, man. This is a good show, I promise you. I never put out BS content, man. People hit me up in my inbox, be like, yo, how are you able to make that content so fast and flip it over like that? This is the 32nd episode. I promise you I ain't been doing this 2 weeks, which means that we on an average of 2.2 episodes per day, which is awesome because 32 episodes, we've already passed a half a year. You figure it's 52 weeks in a year. We're already almost closing the year. When we get to 52, man, that's a whole year of work, man, which means that I love my craft. I love y'all. I love what I do, man. And content is king. So you know what we're doing. Hey, man, we got to drop a bomb and get to it, man. Hey, let's go hunting. Yo, hey, really the best in the game. And I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying, man, because I'm coming for the crown. You got to understand, man. Listen, I never saw Michael Jordan not say he the best. I never saw Kobe Bryant not say he the best. I never saw LeBron James not say he the best. And Giannis, whatever my man name is, I never heard him say he wasn't the best. And guess what? I'm the best in the game. I promise you. And that's how you got to stand it. That's what I'm standing on. God going to elevate me to platforms. I believe that, man. No, for real, I do. Yo, you know what we're going to talk about in the news? World news, we're going to talk about real stuff that's going on in real life. Let's talk about the educational school structure in the United States versus other countries. Let's talk about that, and let's get a comparison. I'm going to hit y'all with it, and then y'all can weigh in, chime, man. Hit me on my DMs, all of that stuff, man, and we'll talk about it. But listen, Finland, man. They have the best educational processes right now. Now, most people will be like, okay, well, if we don't have it, then who got it? China? Yeah, China is big dogs, man. But China replicates all their material. What I mean by that is this, is that they have so many people over there that it's hard to say that they're the best because they outnumber everybody. Also, with that being said, man, technologically, they are the best. And we're going to get to that real quick in a second. All right, so look, Finland, they start school at 7 years old. Not to mention they go virtual for the first couple years. And then after that, they go to high school and they attend school then. And then they only take 2 standardized tests their whole life. You know how our kids test in elementary school, and then after elementary school, they test every year in middle school. Then they do PSATs, then they do SAT standardized testing, whatever milestones every year. Yeah. So that's how we do it over here, man. But look, over there, they only take 2 tests. They take one at 16 and one when they're a senior. And the crazy part about that is this, is that 66% of their kids go to college and graduate. Man, that's a huge number, man. So, you always see stories about Finland having big people, man, and they portray them like dummies, man. These dudes are not dummies, bro. Hey, like Shrek, like Shrek, like Shrek. Man, listen. Hey, they wind up doing 30% less budgeting on education. So they spend less than us and they test better than us. They do math until they're 18. And then they actually use, math for what is called for, you know what I'm saying? Solving problems and things of that nature. Talking about math, China, their specialty is math. Go figure, right? But math, that's technology. And that's what people don't understand. That's why they're rocking the world in technology, because they do math all the way to the 18. And some of their students wind up spending 15 hours a day on math. I said that 15 hours a day on math. If my mom came in there and was like, Shaq, do 15 hours on math, I would have. Straight up, bro. You got these hands, man. You would have got these hands. Yo, my mom is getting up there in age, man. My mom is so funny now. Hey, man, cut it out, man. All right. Check it out. My mom is getting up in age, man. She is so funny to me now because it's almost like we switched the roles. Like I'm the adult, she's the kid, but it's not really because she's still the adult. It's kind of weird the way we do it, but I know when my mom is serious and I try my best to show my manners and back on up, even though I'm a strong type A personality. But, it's kind of funny because we kind of switch roles of mom and the adult. You know what I'm saying? Me as the adult, her as the kid, then flip back and forth, whatever. But, we have an interesting relationship, man. But one thing is that my mother never played about school, and therefore I don't play about school with my kids. My mother never played about school. Therefore, you're looking at a genius. I mean, you're talking about everything that has to do with this program, from videoing to audio to hooking all this stuff up to the studio and all this stuff, man. I did all of this and nobody showed me anything. It took me a while to figure it out, man. But I definitely got a good handle on it now. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mom, because the thing is, what we're talking about is this. We are talking about the parental structure, but not only the parental structure, we're talking about the structure outside of the house, where the actual high school and the government is feeding these programs. And while we're talking about it, that's why China has the best technology, because they not only make them do it as parents at home, but when they get to school, they got to do it. And they do math all the way up to 18 years old. Now, you ask me, Shaq, well, what does math do? Well, first off, obviously, math does problem solving, right? And it also does counting, right? And creativity, right? So you actually are figuratively thinking about something and then you go solve it. The reason why we're not good over here in the US is because kids say, well, I'm not good at math. And then the parents co-sign it. I had kids all the time as a math teacher. Hey, Sally can't do math. Well, you know what? They probably can't, because you as a parent, you just said your kid can't do something. I don't tell my kids they can't do anything. They can do whatever they want to do, but fail. That's my point. They're not going to fail at anything. If they say they want to jump up in the air and hover for 2 seconds, guess what? We practicing hovering. We getting a hoverboard, baby. Let's go. Man, what's up with my clown thing, man? Hey, oh. I should have made USA, man, clowns of the day, man, and it would have been a perfect segment and a perfect switch, and I still could, but I'm not gonna do that. All right, I'm not gonna do us like that, because we are getting better. We have President Joe. Never mind. No, I'm not going with the Joe, whatever they call him, Joe Smo. Man, listen, by the way, our gas prices, Mr. President, are like $4.50, man. You want to jump in there and get something, bro? Golly. Hey, but the one thing that Chinese people, or the one thing that the Chinese government has with the numbers, first off, numbers of technology, because we program our computers with zeros and one. Those are numbers. Hello. And then also on top of that, numbers are money. We count money all the time. So if they're used to counting things, then they can count they bucks, man. Why didn't America think it is, man? Golly. Right. Everybody laughing at us, man. Even Putin. Even Putin. All right, so look, check this out. So the US, man, this is what we do. We wind up teaching our kids what they won't use in real life. Let's dissect that. Okay. Kids go to school. What do? Okay. Well, we make them take a whole bunch of science classes. Nobody's going to do anything with an experiment. Now, are we exposing our kids? Here's the devil's advocate. I want to be fair. Are we exposing our kids to these things because we want them to make a choice? Maybe they want to be a biologist when they grow up. Maybe they want to be a doctor when they grow up. Are we doing that? Well, that could be, you know what I'm saying? That could be left for a discussion, right? But, you know, when we look at things, man, we're teaching them stuff that they're not going to use ever. Why not teach them a craft? If a kid wants to be a mechanic, guess what? Let's set him up like a college structure. His first 2 years of high school, he goes and takes everything that he needs for his life. Like that would be just like college. We need to have a college structure. When you come in as a freshman, what do you take? You take freshman English, you take college algebra, stuff like that. And you get your basic ground level. And then guess what? Your last 2 years, you're doing whatever you want to do to be successful at your craft. And that's how you get your major, right? So why not structure high school like that? If Johnny wants to be a doggone automobile tech mechanic or whatever, automobile mechanic, guess what? We should have him take for his freshman and sophomore year everything that he needs to be a solid citizen in the world. And then after that, we need to start training this man to be an auto mechanic. Why not? If you want to build and do construction, we need to do that last 2 years, construction tech. If you want to be a nurse, we need you to take RN courses all the time. You want to be a professional football player? Nah, we're not doing that, homie. You can be it, dog, but my son ain't gonna be playing football, dog, at 8 o'clock in the morning, yo. Straight up, you need to be learning something, man. Hey, but look, dog, we should have financial literacy classes, man. And they're starting to do it in some states, but financial literacy, man, what are we teaching these kids? We have to teach them how to budget. That's why our athletes that do make it to the NFL, most of them broke NC Hammer style. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, is that we are not having that structure for them. You know what I'm saying? We are not doing that right. And so what we got to realize is this, is that, you know, back in the day, I sound old as ever. I'm cool though. So I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off being old, but you know, back in the day, man, there was a class called business, a business class. And you know what we did? We wind up typing on a computer. We wind up balancing checkbooks. We wind up making a grocery list. We wind up, they give us a problem. Hey, you have $150. You have to survive for 2 weeks. What are you buying? Things of that nature. You know why? Because it gets you to under the understanding that, hey, I have to balance my money. Hey, I have to learn about credit, because credit is the real world thing that we struggle with. There's adults that don't even know about credit. How is that possible? You're living in the world and you don't know about credit. Man, that's about goofy than the mug. But we do it. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy that we do that, because we are not teaching ourselves how to win in life. And that's real, man. The specialty trade thing I am serious about, man. If these kids want to be actors and actresses, man, we need to have acting schools like available, like the ones that they don't have to try out for, because Johnny or Sally or Christian or whoever, Raekwon, whatever the case may be, dog, like that person needs to be able to know their craft. Because if we're not doing it, we are failing to the other nations. Yo, man, listen, we're going to talk to the motivational section, and we're going to switch from this news section. We are pretty much about halfway into the show, and I'm going to speed it up a little bit because I have a lot of content for you guys. Now, let's talk about desire and passion. You know what desire and passion truly is? people say, hey man, you're emotional. Nah, I don't know if I'm emotional. You know what I'm saying? I might be a little emotional to be a guy, but I love hard. But people say, man, you're emotional. Not just me, like people in general. People say, man, whatever. Man, listen, my emotions is tied to what I care about. So guess what? If my girl says I'm emotional, I can give two whats, because the thing is, I'm supposed to be emotional. If my kids say, yo, you too emotional, guess what? I'm supposed to be emotional. I really care about them. And guess what? If somebody says, yo, all you do is post on social media about your podcast, guess what? I'm supposed to do that because I love that too. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So look, so your passion has to be what you love. If you love something, it doesn't matter, man. I will watch football tape forever. I've been watching this draft stuff for the DNs, man, forever. I've been doing this podcast stuff forever. 2 shows today. Guess what? Doing a show every single day without fail. You know why? Because I love it. And if you love it, you're passionate about it. And that's when you really succeed, man. Speaking of success, do you know what defines success? Let me tell you. Well, first, dreams without goals, you know what they are? Everybody say, hey, man, make goals and dreams, make goals and dreams. You hear me say it a lot. But guess what? I say it and I tell you what we should be doing. I give you the right information. A lot of people are just saying dream big. For what? What are we dreaming big for? For what, dog? Like, for real. What is it a big dream? A big dream is nothing. What is a dream with no goals? Nothing. So when you tell me to dream big, are you really telling me to dream big, or are you telling me to waste my time? Because dreaming big needs goals. Because if I didn't do that, then I just wasted a whole bunch of time. And guess what? If I set goals after I have them dreams, then God has already gave me the blueprint of my visual. See, that's your dream. God giving you the blueprint of your visual. That's the visual part, because we're visual people and God knows that. That's why we dream. But then after that, guess what? The goals are the instructions, man. Come on, bro. That's the instructions, man. That's going to keep us, bro. So when you dream, that's fine. Have fun. Dream it up. Yep. My girl dreams all the time. Has nightmares all the time. But, dreams are dreams and they're nothing. And so if somebody has a bad dream, guess what? It's nothing. We put so much stuff into it. Oh my God, that means I saw a snake. Everybody's going to backstab me. No, you get clarity from that dream. You figure out why you dreamt it. If you just thought about snakes on the plane before you went to sleep, guess what? Bruh, you are going to have a crazy dream. That's crazy, but people don't understand that. But while we're moving, let's move. Hey, man, I got to get these transitions right today, man. I kind of been slipping, but hey, I think somebody here. That Jetsons, baby. You know what time it is.
I'm a clown.
I am a clown.
I'm a clown.
I'm a clown. I'm a clown. Hey, so look, check this out. The clown of the day, man, this is hilarious. I can't make this up. What I'm about to do is I'm about to find these laugh buttons. That's what I'm about to do, because I promise you this joke funny to the bug. Hey, dog, the clown of the day is a 20-year-old man from Ohio. Now, check this out. I can't make this up, man. And so I had to get some water. But so check this out. This dude, he is an anti-COVID mask guy. What do they call them? Anti-maskers. So basically, he's an anti-mask guy. So they're having an anti-mask rally up in Canada, right? The place, Ottawa, Canada, right? So check it out. So they are, protesting and, hey, man, we should be able to make our own decisions. Da, 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 da. Yes, COVID for everyone. COVID for everyone. Dog. And the crazy part about it is that they don't understand, man. Like, it's certain protocols and guidelines that we have to have. If we don't have them, man, our numbers go up. If our numbers go up, we have to be in the house. If we don't go in the house, guess what? They initiate martial law. Do you know what martial law is? Martial law is stay your behind in the house or you go to jail. Straight up, dog. And the crazy part about it is that, you know, we don't want to go to that. So that's why we're taking proper precautions. So all these people be like, hey man, I'm not getting no vaccine. Hey man, I ain't wearing no mask. Dog, listen, you're not doing nothing good for this country, this economy, or anything. But check it out. So he has a bright idea. Hey man, you know, they're doing this stuff in Canada, and I'm gonna be a part of it. They're doing this rally. I want to make a distraction. I'm gonna hear my voice. Yay. So what he does is this dude winds up looking up the Ottawa, Canada police station, and he winds up making threatening calls to the Ottawa police station in Canada. First time he calls up, this dude says, hey man, I have a bomb. Second time this dude called, he said, hey man, I've been shot. But the crazy part about it is this. Here's the crazy part. He looked up the number of the Ottawa, but this idiot looked up the Ottawa, Ohio police station where he lives at. No. So look, so this dude been calling the Ottawa, Ohio police station, thinking that he's calling the Ottawa, Canada police station, and he think that he's going to be safe because he did it in a miscellaneous number. Well, the funny part is that, hey man, we are in the United States of America, and guess what? We don't take kindly to that stuff. And guess what? They're going to track you. And guess what? They tracked him. And so the cops come by like, yo, what are you doing? So anyway, this idiot that tried to set it off over there about some stupid mask in the COVID rally, he winds up getting himself in trouble over here. So they wind up charging this man with terroristic threats. Not only that, they wind up trying this man with making a false report. And the crazy part is they're not even releasing his name because the police wind up, in Putnam County said they're not going to release his name because they're going to make sure that they take this in as a serious matter, though. So that's our clown of the day, man. And I don't think he'll be making any more phone calls. We talked about the NFL draft, and the NFL draft is coming to a screeching halt on April 28th through the 30th when they make their final picks and everybody jostle for their position and all of that. But we have some real news, man, in the sports world. And we're talking about 40-yard dashes of all times, the best 40-yard dashes. Now, you won't find Deion Sanders on here, although he tells a lovely story. But there's no validity in this about this great 4-1 that he runs. Like, there's no evidence at all. My bad, Deion, bro. I had to bring light to that because I got to be honest with the people. But who did set a record was, check this out. This wide receiver class from this year, I'm talking about, they're nothing short of amazing. These dudes are running blazing fast times, and they are off the chain, man. Kalen Barnes, all right? Kalen Barnes from Baylor, the cornerback. He wound up setting a record time. He is the second fastest 40 runner of all time behind John Ross. And you know what John Ross has done up there in New York, man. But he ran a 4.23 the other day. That is 0.01 seconds behind John Ross. I said John Wall. All right. So Tyrek Woodley, man, he is the fourth all time. He wound up running 4.26 seconds. This is a guy out of Texas, San Antonio. Now, nobody knew who this guy was, but now they do know, because not only is he fourth of all time in the 40-yard dash, but he also is 22nd of all time in the vertical jump. This dude jumped a 42 in the vertical jump, man. That is crazy. Tyrique Thornton, also of Baylor. I don't know what they're doing in Baylor. I don't know if they're giving them cheetah legs or taking the hamstrings out of cheetahs or taking the power of elephants out of their quad muscles or whatever. But these dudes are running up in Baylor. I'm telling you, bro. And this dude, Tyquan Thornton, man, he wound up running a 4.28, and he's the 11th fastest ever to run the 40-yard dash, man. And this is all out of the receiving class of this year, the receive or skill guys, receivers or DBs. Velus Jones, this guy went to Tennessee, man. This guy is the 23rd fastest of all times. He ran a 4.31, man. These dudes are flying. On top of that, man, Xylon McCullum, he winds up running 6.48 in the cone drill. The cone drill is the L, they call it the L drill too. You go forward straight, you come back, touch the line, you go around the cones, go through the cones, and come all the way back on the outside. It's hard to explain, but basically he has the 7th fastest time of all times. Well, the reason why I'm saying all of this, guys, is well, let's talk about one more person. Christian Watson. They didn't know anything about him, just like they didn't know anything about Tyreek, right? The guy from Texas San Antonio that I just talked to y'all about. Well, Christian Woodland, he goes to North Dakota State. Right. You've heard of it, right? I know I ain't heard of it, man. I ain't even gonna cap at you like that. That's crazy. North Dakota State. I mean, do they play football? So but check this out. So Christian Watson, man, he goes to North Dakota State. He winds up running a 4.36. Now, that's not one of the fastest times ever, but that is a doggone fast time. He also wound up having a vertical jump of 38.5. So they didn't know him before, but they know him now. You know what I'm saying? Just like Mike Jones said, back then they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. I all on me. Hey, and that dude finna get paid, bro. Straight up. Hey, but what we wanted to talk about is this. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? If you set a record, if you do a great time, what does that mean? Like, what are you really saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, this is what you're saying. You're saying that you're solidifying your place in the NFL because these guys also have watches that are in the stands that are major NFL scouts. So they're going to see that and be like, yo, let me compare them to this person. And I have a segment that I'm going to do on another show tomorrow, man. Shout out to sad, funny. Ooh, I messed up the dang thing. But anyway, I'm going to be on Edward's podcast tomorrow. He does a podcast with another person. I think it's called Sad, Funny, Interesting or something like that. My bad for messing up the name, man. I'm doing all freestyles with no takes and no editing. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be on there tomorrow. So I'm going to talk about some things involving, great things and what's going to happen with people that do different things and DNs and stuff like that. And JUCO stuff and Last Chance U because I came from JUCO. So y'all make sure y'all tune in, man, or I'll give you the link when I get back, man. But that's what we doing tomorrow, man. But what does it mean? Real briefly, it was a guy named Buster Scrimes, okay? Buster went to UTC. If you're not familiar with UTC, there's the same college that Terrell Owens went to. But Buster, he winds up coming from UTC. Nobody knows anything about him. Buster who, whatever. He wound up being a skill position, corner and receiver. But Buster wound up having a 6.44. That's a cone drill. That is unbelievable. The second fastest time ever. And he went from doing that to not going to be drafted. They wound up drafting him in the 5th round. He played with the Browns. He got drafted to them, the Titans, the Jets, and the Jaguars. And then he ran a shuttle time that was 11th fastest. He ran a 3.90 shuttle. And guess what? That means that if you run times, if you set records, you will go a long way in the NFL and they will keep you around, man. With that being said, man, we are going to wrap this thing on up. Hey, thunder. Thunder. Yo. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. We appreciate you, man. My household appreciates you. Thank you for everybody that listen, man. Tune in, man. We are going everywhere, man, from Finland to Greenland to Italy to France to Canada, man, back to the U.S., man. We're going to hit Ukraine, bro. We're going to drop bombs on people. You know what I'm saying? Yo, yo, the bombs, the bombs. Hey, man, but we out, man. Hey, look, blood is thick in the water. Only in certain cases you need water to live. You learn the basics. You better cherish your aces, and I cherish my aces, man. Shout out.